Hi guys, it's Lisa's Finding the Redo. I'm a 58-year-old retired school teacher who needed to find her redo, and I found that redo by reselling used clothing, hard goods, what else? Clothing, hard goods, shoes, and making YouTube videos. So today we're here for a what sold video. This is what sold for the week of Sunday, September 4th until Saturday, September 10th. It was a much better week. I guess maybe my whining last week might have helped, but it was a much better week. So I want to start off, I want to go over what sold on eBay. By the way, stick around to the end because that's when I'll show you my overall sales, what I made overall, and what you can make. Now, when you're going through this, you're going to notice there's mainly bread and butter. There was a couple not, and I'll explain all that in a few minutes. But just remember that you can make a reselling living by selling bread and butter items. So let's get started on what sold on eBay. Okay, so to start off the week, I sold 2 Hasbro Black Panther Rhino vehicle toys that I got whenever I first started reselling. Well, it's probably about 3 years ago. I got them on retail arbitrage. They were on like massive clearance. I have 1 left. I think I bought like 8. Yes, I still have 1 left. So the person did buy 2, so he was all in for $43.16. The total selling cost, and that was shipping and everything. Shipping, because it went pretty close, was very reasonable, thank goodness. I did have a problem though with making sure my box did not exceed the USPS requirements. So I literally had to cut it down 2 inches to make it work, but I made it work. If not, it would have cost me like almost $9 more to ship it. So the total selling cost, including shipping, was $16.68. So I had a net sales of $23.66. But wait, you said you bought it on retail arbitrage. Yes, I did. So I paid $6 for each one of these. So that's $12 plus taxes. That's like $13.50. So I made about $10.66 on this, and I've been sitting on it for a million years. But they're gone, they're sold, and I made my money back. The next item was a Taylor Bird men's brown and blue and green striped shirt. I bought this again, like at the very beginning. The buyer was all in for $18.20. The total selling cost was $6.98. So I made $10.55. I bought this again at the very beginning when I wasn't quite as savvy. It did cost me $2, so I made a profit of $8.55. The next item that sold was a Woo Pig Suey. Go Arkansas Razorbacks. It was a 3XL t-shirt that had Woo Pig Suey on it, and it sold, the buyer was all in for $21.65. The selling cost was $7.32, so I made $12.68 profit, and it cost me $1. You know, I was taking offers because, you know, last week was so bad. I was taking offers. If it was even halfway decent, I was taking offers. The next item was an eBay open shirt. My friend that went with me, it was her shirt. She doesn't resell. She had no desire for it anymore. So she said, just sell it. It sold for $16.39 all in. The total selling cost was $7.43. And the net sale was $8.96. And this cost me about $350. So I'm way in the hole. No, just kidding. You know, we'll just consider it free, okay? The next item that sold was a pair of Sam Edelman Circus slides that had the faux, my mind's gone completely, but faux animal hair on it, and it was like a leopard print. It was really pretty sandals. They were, slides. They sold for $23.01 all in. Total selling cost was $8.63. So I made $12.82, and these cost $3. So I made $9.82. Now you're saying, some of y'all big time sellers are like, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Well, when you don't have as much access to designer items, or even, you know, better mall brand items, then you get what you get. And you still make a profit, and you put it in your pocket, and you go on your way, because life is good. The next item that sold was a pair of Born clunky stacked loafers. Really cool. They were kind of boho-ish. They were leather. The buyer was all in for $32.27. Total selling cost, I was able to get them into a medium, to a padded flat rate, was $12.37. So I made a profit of $8.63, and these cost me $2. The next item that sold was a Philips Sonicare replacement brush heads. I bought these for myself. Now I bought them on at a thrift store and paid $2 for them. Bought them for myself, okay, because I thought they would work. Well, it wasn't the kind that I used. But the buyer was all in for $12.65. Total selling cost was $6.06. And then after that $2 I just told you about that I spent it on, I made $3.99. But you know what? I was able to correct a goof and still come out ahead. So sometimes we do that. Sometimes we buy things for ourselves that don't fit, we don't like, but then we can resell them, and maybe we can make our money back. Okay. The next item was a Love and Faith dress, long sleeve, like a midi dress. And the buyer was all in for $17.70. Total selling cost was $8.49. So the net sales were $7.90, and this was free because a friend gave it to me, my bestie. The next item that sold was a Bowden wool dress, and the buyer was all in for $31.19. Total selling cost was $12.24. So I made a profit of $16.91, and this dress cost me $1, so $15.91. The next item that sold was a pair of Solomon running shoes and a size men's 7.5, women's 8.5, and they were black and red. The buyer was all in for $28.64. Total selling cost was $11.94. So I had a net sales of $16.70, and these cost me $3, so I made $13.70. The next item that sold was an Eddie Bauer men's fishing shirt, and the buyer was all in for $19.84. The total selling costs were $6.15, so I made a net sale of $9.56, and I got this for $111. So this was a Ben's pickup, and that was my average price on that day. The next item that sold was a Jones, New York sleeveless top. Isn't it funny how things sleeveless sells? The buyer was all in for $17.01. The total selling cost was $6.15, so I made a profit of $9.56, and this cost me 50 cents. The next item that sold was a pair of proper cargo pants. If I find proper, I buy them. You know, if I don't have to spend more than about $4, I'm going to buy them because they sell. Proper pants, P-R-O-P-P-E-R. Pants sell. You're not going to make a ton of money, but you're going to sell them. Okay, so the selling cost, did I tell you? Let me go back. The buyer was all in for $26.41. Selling cost was $11.67. So I made a net sales of $14.74. And they cost me $1. Don't you love it? Okay, I'm filming on my phone. And don't you just love it when something big pops up? I don't even know what it was. I didn't get to see it fast enough, but it sold for $46.84. I'll take that every time. The next item that sold was a Woman Within fleece vest. And this was just a 14-16. So usually if they're larger sizes, like Woman Within carries larger sizes, I can do real well on it. This was still not bad. What did I do with my slip of paper? Ah, there it is. Okay, so the buyer was all in for $20.86. The selling cost was $9, and I had a net profit of $10.86, and I bought this for $1, so $9.86. The next item that sold, let me move on down my little screen here. Next item that sold was a pair of Tory boots. The buyer was all in for $28.40. The selling costs were $12.43. So my net sales were $14.78, and these cost me $2, so $12.78. The next item that sold, a pair of shorts. You know, we have jackets and shorts. Next item that sold was a pair of Ann Taylor Loft Julie shorts, and the buyer was all in for $16.72. The total selling cost was $6.28, and I had a net sales of $9.65, and these cost me 50 cents. I keep having to look here and look here because sometimes eBay doesn't update. Like I shipped all these well, I did the shipping yesterday and today, so it hasn't updated its shipping into the selling cost, so I have to go back and add that manually. The next item that sold was a pair of Tommy Bahama silk pleated shorts. The buyer was all in for $21.88. The selling cost was $7.43, so the net sales were $13.02. These did cost me $2. Okay, the next item was the Mountain, and it was a retriever dog with headphones. I mean, this was a really cool shirt, and I sold it buyer all in for $14.95. This buyer hounded me and hounded me. I should have just blocked him. I should have blocked him. I mean, honestly, I should have blocked him. He was just hounding me. Why aren't you accepting my thing? And I would counter. I mean, it was already marked low because it did have a small little hole in it. But he was just hounding me. So, total sale cost $6.27 for a net sales of $8.68, and this cost me $1. The next item was a Lane Bryant green ruffled shirt in a size 18-20, and the buyer was all in for $23.12. The total selling cost was $7.57, so it was all in for, I mean, my net sales were $13.84, and this shirt cost me $2. The next item that sold, which was one of the better, I'm getting to 2 or 3 that are pretty decent right here, was a pair of Asics Solution Speed Tokyo tennis shoes, and the buyer was all in for $47.94. This was going to Canada, okay? And the total, no, that's wrong. This went to the U.S., okay? So the total selling cost, I'm sorry, that just confused me, was $14.45, and the I made a profit of $30.08, and these cost me $3. Sorry, I got confused. The next item was a pair of pajamas in a size large. Sorry, I got a gnat. Yeah, go away, gnat. In a size large, they were light blue. The buyer was all in for $40.40. The total selling cost was $9.65, so I made a net sales of $30.75. These did cost me $6. Okay, they were $2.99 each at Goodwill. So for a pair, it was $6. So I still made $24.75. The next item was a pair of LL Bean khaki jeans, really nice jeans. The buyer was all in for $49.39. The total selling cost was $19.77. This is the one I looked at that went to Canada. And so and it cost me $14.99 to ship on pirate ship. Use pirate ship. If I haven't told y'all that before, use pirate ship. So the net sales was $25.13. The next item was a pair of new Dress Barn capris. The buyer was all in for $28.43. The total selling cost was $8.21. And I made a net sales of $18.24. Now, I forgot to tell you, those LL Bean pants, those were $1. These these Dress Barn capris, they were also $1. So my cost of goods, for the most part, has been good if I could take away a few items. The next item that sold was a pair of Doc Martens lace-up round-toe casual shoes. The buyer was all in for $42.64. The total selling cost was $15.06. So net sales were $25.17, and these cost $4. Again, I got lucky. They went close, so it was like $9.50 or something for the shipping. So that was great. I mean, if it had been going to New York, I would have been, out of luck. The next item that sold was a pair of REI Co-op women's size 4 shorts, hiking shorts. The buyer was all in for $24.30. The total selling cost was $7.70. So the net profit was $15.30. Okay, and then we have 5 more items. I changed the page. The next item that sold was a Marona white, yellow, floral, sleeveless dress, strappy handkerchief. It was pretty. I got it for myself to wear on cruises, but it was too young for me. I just couldn't do it. The total sales were, the buyer was all in for $18.54. The total selling cost was $7.02 for a net sales of $10.13. I did wear these several times, so, that's good. But I did pay $2 for them, I think. It might have been $1, but we're going to say $2. I said $2 whenever I was doing it. The next item that sold was a Torrid 4X gray, kind of higher necked, really pretty top. Lightweight, perfect for us bigger girls. Total sales the buyer was in for was $23.37. The total sell cost was $6.97. So I had a net sales of $15.08, and this cost me 50 cents. Okay. Now the next item has the highest cost, has the highest what I spent on them. But the buyer was all in for $167.10, and you're like, Lisa, what did you sell for $167.10? I sold a pair of Chanel ballerina round toe flats. Yes. Now these would have been able to, I could have sold these for a lot more, but they had some scraping on the toes. I think the person drug their feet like when they were walking. Not bad, but enough where I couldn't sell them for as much as I'd like to. The total selling cost was $24.58 for a net sales of $142.52. This came from a thread-up designer box back when I could still get them. I just guesstimate all of my designer boxes are $20, so I still made a profit of $122.52. Yes, that was wonderful. The next item was a pair of Via Spiga leather ankle boots, and these sold buyer all in for $31.29. The total selling cost on these, again, I got lucky because they were pretty close, $12.77. So my net sales were $16.34. Unfortunately, they came in a thread-up box. No, not unfortunately. I made $10 profit. And I just guesstimate on my shoes, it's $6, so I made a actual net sales of $10.34. They sold $10 in my pocket. The next item was a vintage Polo Ralph Lauren extra large navy and yellow rugby shirt. The buyer was all in for $53.28. The total selling cost was $15.96. So I made a profit of $34.14, and this cost me $1. Yeah, I bought this. We had bargains galore on 64, which is a big yard sale along Highway 64 in Arkansas. And I stopped at this. I mean, this really was a podunk place. But I will go back. She's got like, a trailer full of stuff. You can't really see well, but I will definitely go back if I ever see it open, because it had some winter vintage items in it. Just some great items. I paid $2 for everything I got there, and I got like 3 or 4 things. So I just said $1 because this was the nicest. I definitely made my $3 back. Okay, now for Poshmark. The next item was a Lungo L'Arno white linen long sleeve shirt, and this sold for $17 and no shipping, so I made a profit of $13.60. It came in a Goodwill blue box, and so I made, they usually cost about $3, so I actually only made $10.60 on it. The next item was a pair of Zara woman jeans in a size 8, and they sold for $20, and I made $16 profit. This came in a thread-up denim box, so my cost of goods is about $1.25 in that. Of what I keep, they send lots, but of what I kept was about $1.25. So still made good money on that. The next item that sold was a real pretty gold and white Chico's Travelers collection blazer, really pretty. It sold for $16. I did have a shipping discount. I use Posher BA, and it doesn't, if it sends an offer, it automatically does that. So I did have a $1.72 shipping discount. I earned $11.08, and this jacket cost me $2, so $9.08. And I'm sure I've told you this, but if this is your first time watching me, I want to tell you again how I do my cross-listing. I start off with eBay, and for at least a month, I leave my stuff on eBay alone because I'm going to get more money from that, okay? So I'll leave it on there. Then after a month, I start cross-listing it to whatever appropriate different resale sites. And so when it comes here, it's already a month old. So I'm not always just real disappointed that things sell a little bit lower. The next item was an Anthropologie Maeve skirt, and the buyer paid $20 and had a shipping discount, so I made $14.28, and I paid $2 for this. And then the last item that sold on Poshmark during that time was a kid's size 9 pair of sandals. The buyer paid $15, did get a shipping discount, so I made $10.28, and these cost me $2. So I don't know, Poshmark helps me move things that I can't move on eBay, but I don't always expect to make a ton of money. Okay, now for what sold in my flea market. I'm going to start adding this, I hope it works out. We made, after our 10%, and it's me, my daughter, and my friend, we made $228.23 for the week of August 29th through September 4th. So it's always going to be a week behind. We'll go tomorrow and collect our money for this next week, for this past week. But I made myself $146.65. I pay $125 for a booth fee. So this past week covered all of that. I pay it all myself. I like to think of myself as a good person. So I sold, just going to run through this real quick. I sold 7 men's clothes, 9 women's, 1 kids, 3 toys, 2 plush, 2 pair of shoes, 4 decor items, 0 arts and crafts, 4 purses, 0 puzzles, 1 hat, 0 personal care items, 1 miscellaneous, 11 pieces of glassware, 0 movies, 0 Christmas, 4 kitchen, 0 backpacks, 0 uniforms such as scrubs, 1 book, 1 glasses, and is that the eyewear? Yeah. 1, it's a 3-pack of reading glasses. So 1 of them and 0 electronics. So it was a pretty good week, I like to think. I like to think that was a pretty darn good week. It gives me a chance to move things that I might not could make a whole lot of money on, but you know what? I make money. So why not make money? So, again, this was the 4th through the 10th. Okay, so this was Sunday through Saturday. Is that right? Yeah, Sunday through Saturday. I had 30 eBay orders, 6 Poshmark orders for a total of 36 outgoing orders. eBay gross sales, I had $918.31. Poshmark gross sales, I had $103. For a total gross sales of $1,021.31. It's been a while since I saw over 1,000 there. Shipping was $107. No, that's not right. My shipping's not right. I'll correct it. You're seeing the right one. I'll correct it. So let's see. I had 46. No, that's not right. I don't know. But you'll see it right here. Sorry. eBay fees. I'm going to correct that. Okay. So my shipping was $163.09, and that does include anything that I shipped on Pirate Ship. Love me some Pirate Ship. eBay fees were $130.19. Poshmark fees were $25.76, and that does include any kind of shipping discounts, for my total cost of $319.84. My cost of goods was a little bit high because I had those Chanel shoes and those retail arbitrage toys. Was $104.50. I had a total net sales of $596.97. My gross average sale price was $28.37, and my net average sale price was $16.58. I love it anytime I can get above 16. Guys, thank you for watching today. I do appreciate it. And if you like this video, as scattered as it could be at times, please hit the like button. If you want to see more videos by me, more what I sold and what I made, if you want to see hauls, if you want to see mystery box unboxings, please hit the subscribe button. And I need you to do me one favor today. I need you to go out and find your redo.